Yo, welcome to the channel. I got PGA Tour player James Hahn with me. We at TPC Scottsdale, and we're gonna test, well, the new Mini Driver from TaylorMade.
That carried like 35 yards.
I'm
need
talking.
to give you a little 5-minute break to get some energy.
Bro,
Stomp on one.
This is impressive. You might as well.
It's pretty good. Pretty good for a mini.
I got 2 shafts that we're gonna try.
Okay.
So I got 5 balls with this shaft, this setup, makeup, and then we'll check the data, switch it out, and then we'll check on it.
Perfect.
After that.
So I don't know exactly how high to tee this thing, but let's go low and then gradually work our way up. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Never hit it before. Never swung it before.
A little bit of a drop kick off the toe.
But that's gonna happen when you've never hit a club, though. I don't care what your talent level is.
All right,
I was a little cautious, though. Just a touch cautious.
I mean, it went straight, but I'd prefer not to drop kick it too. Here we go.
Ooh, I like that swing.
That was better. Higher. What's the spin rate on that, Doug?
Spin rate, we are looking at 33.58.
So
that was
with the Mini Driver, it's obviously going to get more spin, but what's optimal spin?
Well, it depends, right? You know, when I'm looking at a 3-wood, though, I'm looking at it as more of like a position club.
Okay.
So it's more like how far does it need to go, right? So that's 276 in the air.
Yeah, that was really good.
That is cashed.
I mean, for a Mini Driver, I guess that's what you want. Something easy to hit off the tee, hence the driver part of it.
Yeah,
but
how is deciding tee height, though? It seems like it's kind of weird. Like,
yeah, you know, when I teed it up low, let's try that low shot again. Tend to make contact with the earth a little sooner, but that could be user error.
No contact with the earth there. See, that is delicate.
That was nice. Little
right,
fade swing.
I'm going to get your take. What do you think that launched at?
So I caught it a little low on the face.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it was like a 14, 13?
12-1.
12-1, okay.
12-1.
Probably closer to 34 to 36 spin. How close am I?
You're a little off, 500 off.
What was that?
4,000 there.
4,000, wow.
Well, you said you hit off the bottom.
I did.
But that's the interesting piece of the driver. So, like in that head, if you look at the bottom, there's 2 different weights and screws.
Okay.
So we can actually make it spin less, or we can make it spin more. Right now,
the heavier weight's in the back.
I've got it on the more stable of the 2 settings with the heavier weight in the back.
I don't need stable.
That's
That's why I got these hands.
Higher T. Dude, that flies so pretty.
That was roasted. That was good. You know, obviously not going to fly as far as a driver because it's a Mini
depends on who
Driver
you are,
with
James.
13.5 degrees aloft, but what, 280 carry?
270 carry.
Oh.
13 launch. That one was a little spinny. So I think in this use case, we probably would switch the weights around to kind of lower the spin rate because that was up near 4,000.
For sure.
All right, James. So like, look, I've never hit this club. So, and honestly, you're a little looser than I am. How high did you tee this thing?
No excuses.
How high did you tee it?
That's a built-in excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Drop kick.
Well, it was more toey, but like that was like super.
Bro, what do you mean toey? You hit ground before you hit the ball.
Look.
That's the definition of a drop kick.
Okay,
your ball speed was 159.
Hey,
don't tell me that was toey. Yeah, it was toey, but also drop kicked.
You know what, James?
You could be both. It's okay.
Hey, you know what? I show it all, baby. I show it all. Let me tee. So the low tee,
it's funny that we both drop kick one.
Well, no, but it's off the low tee though. We drop kicked them off the low tee.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
You know, I think that's an interesting take.
Yeah.
Because what about this thing being closer to the ground kind of gives you that attitude? I don't know.
Right. Almost like you're trying to help it up. You know, trying to swing up on it because it's a driver.
But then it's a little one.
But it's not.
It's a little.
It's a Mini Driver.
That was absolutely murdered.
Is that more comfortable to you when you're teeing it up higher like that? Yes, me too.
The higher tee feels better with this. And I know we got this K-sole that's designed to get it up in the air and all the twist face, blah, blah, blah. Like, I love all the tech when the companies are talking tech. But, like, just tell me, like, if it goes up in the air and if it does what I expect it to do.
Exactly.
All right, James. Switched the shafts out, took the Ventus Red out. Ventus Red, this is a 6TX, which is 60TX. This is a 70TX Kuro Kage. So this is old school. Like, this is not a new shaft.
Okay.
This is old school. I had it in an old driver. I wasn't using it, and I was like, you know what? I had it in a 3-wood that I loved once upon a time. So I was like, why the hell not just build it and put it in the Mini?
Tell me what's the difference.
The difference between this and this is a little softer in the midsection. So this is going to be a little stiffer. We should get a little bit flatter ball flight with this, whereas this was designed to get you a little spin.
What about the weight?
So that's, well, on the tab, which if you get granular, it's going to be different. But let's just call it, that's a 70, this is a 6, so that's 10 grams heavier.
All right.
Let's see what's cracking. Yeah, let's go. I'm intrigued. I'm ready to see this.
Yeah, that flies like a driver.
That was a completely different like flight profile with that shaft.
Less spin.
Yeah, way less
firmer.
spin. 3,000 RPM.
Wow.
3,081, 282 in the air.
And that was teed up lower.
But that was all with a shaft change.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, let's see how the blind squirrel does here. We're out here, TPC, Scottsdale. I appreciate them letting me sneak back here.
Same thing. That was good.
Same thing, dude. That's
just a little high, but that's mainly because of the loft.
The loft, yeah. Well, that's a 13.5, right? So that's 3,338 spin, 279 in the air.
All right.
60 ball speed.
Let's see if I can get it 280.
So now you're going higher T.
Tee it up higher.
How good is that shaft? This shaft is. I'm a little biased. You know, Jason Day used to have this in a 3-wood. Rory had it in the driver. That Nike Covert.
It feels very stable. I mean, the biggest difference between these two is I can go a little faster on this, and I feel like the club's there. How far? Talk to me.
286, J Money. 286.4 in the air. 3,300 RPM spin.
So it's like.
So I can take this and do this.
Significantly further than a 3-wood, but
flatter.
Not quite there with my driver.
Because remember, the last time we were talking about this, James, we were talking about do we need to switch out the weight forward back. Now the weight's not even a factor.
Right.
That's D2, by the way. I had to build a D2. 40. That is
hammered. Oh, I did a club twirl. Did you see that?
I didn't, but I caught it on the camera.
That's how good I hit it.
Okay, so that's 65 ball speed.
Instinctive, too. I didn't even try to do the club twirl.
That's 290 in the air.
Came out like this.
290, and we are at elevation just to, you know.
Not that much, dude.
I know, I'm just putting it out there. We are at a little elevation.
But I got that speed. All right.
But bro,
stomp on one?
This is impressive.
Should I stomp on one?
You might as well. Can you hit it 295? Not like that. I'm kidding.
Hugged it a little bit.
Bro, I'll tell you what, that flew better than it sounded. That was 67 ball speed.
That's pretty good. Pretty good for a Mini.
293 in the air. Wow.
I'm back.
Look at this.
I'm back. Let me see.
3,400 RPM.
That's pretty good. And that last one was a little bit of a mishit off the heel.
Yeah, but use case, like where are you gonna? I still don't understand. That's a driver, like for the average person. Okay, yeah, they'll hit it more like a 3-wood. You're a tour player. I have useless speed. So like, where are you even gonna use this?
So for example, like golf courses where there's only 2 par 5s, right, or 2 short reachable par 5s, I can give up a little bit less off the tee.
For the whole day? For the whole championship?
For the whole day, but here's the thing. Some golf courses where you're only hitting 3-wood or iron off the tee, right?
Okay.
You would gain off of that. But you can go driver. You can go mini driver on these par 5s instead of having to go driver 3-wood. It's the same thing.
It is.
And it's the same club.
Like the ball flight came down, it was flatter, a little bit more predictable than it was with the Ventus Red.
It was. And it's easy to hit off the tee. I can tee it up high. I can tee it up low. Very useful.
Well, guess what? I'm just adding in here the fact that now we're going to tag this as James Hahn, Kuro Kage off the ground. So let's grab a few more balls. Here's the use case. This thing is great. Okay, we've established this setup is better than the other setup. But how is it useful off the ground? We'll see if this K-Sole. It sounded like I said K-Sole, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
I know I'm country. I said K-Sole. We'll put it right here so you can see it. The K-Sole. It's supposed to be, doing some things for you. I have no idea. But James, off the deck, Mini Driver. I'm glad you're doing this than me. Mini Driver DOD.
So a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. 3-woods, there's just something about a 3-wood that makes it easier to hit off the ground. This one, it's not quite as intimidating as hitting a driver off the deck. being able to see loft on the club face definitely makes it more inviting to hit.
That's 4,800 RPM.
Yeah,
265.
But that's what's going to happen when you hit it low on the face.
Yeah.
With the ball on the ground.
It's almost like it sets you up to hit it low off the face, off the ground.
Right.
Period.
Press it. That was good.
I like that flight though.
That was pure.
161
Probably the best
ball
I can hit it off the ground.
It seems like there's still some DOD-ness to it. Like, that's 274, 3,700.
That's pretty good. So that's further than my 3-wood. My 3-wood usually flies about 260, 265.
Well, that's 10. You picked up a quick little 10, but you're also picking it up while having some little, some visual ambiguity. All right, James, so I've seen what you've done with this Kuro Kage, man, and this, I don't even know if I'm saying this right, but Mitsubishi, you've got to bring this shaft, like, out back. Like, this is still, like, unbelievable. So this is my plea to MCA. I haven't even hit this yet. I'm over here, like, selling it. Like,
it's a good shaft, man. It's very stable through impact. All right, first shot.
I like the black on black much better, but first shot, here we go. Oh, my God.
Ooh. That was nice.
Dude, that was harassed.
All right, so same ball speed.
I will say it's a little harsher, though.
Let's see what happens to the spin rate. 3,100 spin.
Dan, it's a spin killer, dude.
So
but that's optimal.
The other shaft, I think you were averaging about 3,400 spin, so you're getting 300 less spin. Same ball speed, even though it's a few grams heavier. Right?
Interesting.
Okay, that's a good thing.
That wasn't the best.
287 carry. Woo!
Yeah, so that's picked up what?
That's
8,
nice.
9?
That's nice.
Let the face open a little bit. A little late right there.
Usually when you hit one of those, you go like this. Give them a little signal that it's going to miss the fairway.
You know what, James? First of all, it wasn't that bad.
I'm just saying.
I was just a little late.
I know it's the range, but we're still trying to be good humans and.
You know what? I'm not gonna
give them a heads
I'm not gonna give it the no laying up logo while I'm out here.
You are getting a little slower though, 168.
Well, I'm
need
talking.
To give you a little 5-minute break to get some energy.
Will you hand me the ball, please?
Can we get him a Snickers or something? He's not feeling like himself.
Really?
Go after this one. Everyone wants to see you. You're talking big game about your,
useless speed.
122 swing speed. Straight up in the air.
Yeah, because you told me to swing
Woo!
fast.
119 club head speed. Can we get a zoom in on that? Can you see that?
It's not very fast.
Wow, 176 ball speed.
Yeah, but the spin rate's gonna be 1,000.
4,000.
Well, yeah, because I went for speed.
Okay, but hold on. Where did you hit it on the face?
Dimed it.
But you know what? You know what that'll be good for? To see you hit it off the ground.
I'm gonna top it off the ground. Give me a ball. It's behind you.
Hey.
That was almost topped.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like. I have that sensation. Like, look, you're a different level player.
So
than I am.
when you're trying to figure out like the difference between a tour pro, what would you want to say?
Failed professional.
Aspiring tour pro.
No, failed.
Failed. So we can see why certain shots come out and kind of put us out of position. That carried like 35 yards. Can we get the official carry? Let's get this on camera. It didn't even pick it up.
Hey,
0.
Man.
It's a 0 carry. Look.
Hey, I show everything. I show everything.
Look.
I'm just saying.
It's 0. It doesn't even pick it up. 0 carry. Can you see that?
Okay, James.
I mean.
I'm saying, we're talking about reviewing the club.
Yeah.
There's a certain level for me of anxiety hitting this off the ground. I'll be honest with you.
All right, Doug. Let's see that again. Let's see.
Yes, I did top it. I get it. But in topping it, I feel like I was trying to hit it more like a 3-wood than a driver.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like when
what are you doing different when you're switching between the two?
Well, 3-wood, I'm just kind of hitting forward my stance, swing, normal, whatever. Driver off the deck, I go a little bit more middle, and kind of get a little bit more cutty.
Okay.
With the motion.
Okay.
So it's let's see if I just go a little more middle, get a little cutty with it. See, there it is. Fine. Beautiful. And that is pretty.
That is nice.
That was nice. But the thing is, how many times are we going to need that shot? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, I feel like in this era of golf, we're not going to need a 290 shot into a par 5 very often. Overall review, I think it's a fairway finder. I feel like this club is one. Get in here. Get in here. I feel like
I thought you.
We're going here. Okay. I feel like this is a club that is versatile. I just think it's more versatile, like off a tee. I don't think it's very. I'm not hitting this off the ground. Even though I got the 13.5 because I wanted to actually test it off the ground, I think the 11.5 is a little intimidating, more intimidating. But as far as distance goes, I'm confused a little bit about how to actually use it and put it in play. It's like I have 3.0 something. It's called 3.05 with a driver in the air, and now I'm getting 280 out of this in the air, and it's kind of like, well, I can just butt a driver and have this.
Right.
So I haven't concluded yet. We'll look at the data, but I don't know where I need it in my bag.
So I'm gonna go the exact opposite with you. I feel like this club is very versatile. I was able to hit it 240 high cut, get like 4,000 spin, right? And so depending on how well you hit your woods, right? I feel like I can curve this high, low. What's very comforting is that I can see a lot of loft on this. The only problem with this is I'm losing about 15 yards off the tee compared to a regular driver, right? Do you agree with me? Just mainly because of the loft and the spin.
Yes, but it's a mini driver.
Yeah. But overall, I like this club. You know, very useful.
I think it's good. I think it's a good club, but for me and how I play the game, I just don't seem to have a lot of use for it.
And my last point with this is that if you're increasing your distance with the mini driver and you take out your 3-wood, now the distance difference between your mini driver and let's say your 2-iron or hybrid is going to be that much greater. Exactly. And so you always have to worry about these gaps and where you want to fit in with between all your golf clubs. So that's my last 2 cents.
Like it or dislike it. Mic drop with my club.
I thought
I wasn't looking.
God, we were so like
we were there.
We were there,
but it happens.
Did it just not? All right, brother.
Oh man, James Hahn.
Thank you.
In here on the channel, and that's a review, folks. Follow, listen, like, subscribe. James is getting his stuff off the ground. You're getting your stuff off the ground soon. Looking forward to
I'm trying.
This content.
I like being a guest though. That's my thing. I love it.
Well,
there's less commitment.
You need more black friends anyway, so you can hang out with me, man. Hey, James. Oh, let's top down.